Good morning, everyone. Welcome to class. My name is Amanda, and this is our 75-minute power flow. If you happen to read the comments or the page before class, I did ask you to maybe have a block and a strap handy for today's practice. These are obviously optional based on what your body needs today. So maybe have those things just close at hand just in case throughout today's practice. Also, if you read the description for the class today, we are going to be doing a peak pose practice, meaning we'll spend the class building to a specific pose, and that pose for today is going to be Bird of Paradise. So if that's something that you've never done before, I'll give you some steps along the way, kind of like stopping points where you can end your journey and then maybe pick it up whenever your body's ready. Okay? And today we are going to get started in child's pose. So if you do happen to have that block handy, what I would like you to try to do is take that block or a bolster, something just so you can elevate the hands at the top of your mat. And as we settle down into our child's pose with the knees wide and the big toes together, I want you to bring the hands, the meaty part of the hand, the palm of the hand, to the top of that block or bolster so that you can just kind of get a little bit deeper of a shoulder opening here as you settle into your pose. Still releasing the forehead down to the mat, still releasing hips down to heels. Just feeling that nice additional stretch and opening. And if this is too much, maybe you bring your block down to the lowest setting or remove the block entirely, your choice. As you work to settle in here, let's bring our focus and our attention to only the things that reside within the four edges of the mat. Hopefully that's just the mind, body, and breath. Let's start with that scan from head to toe. Just taking an inventory of what's happening in the body, not assigning any judgment, just checking in. And focusing your awareness on the breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. And as you deepen your breath, taking full, complete breaths in and out. Create that ocean wave sound with the back of your throat, coming into some light ujjayi breath. As you continue to breathe, relax the jaw. Bring the tongue down from the roof of the mouth. And then allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Slowly stepping your hands off of the block, maybe to either side. Just settling in here. Inhale, lifting the gaze forward between the thumbs. Go ahead and remove that prop off to the side of your mat. And then walk the hands over to the left. Press out through the right hip. And then start to lower back down to the earth, lowering right shoulder down. Maybe you gaze underneath that left armpit. Finding that extension through the right side body. Work to send the breath into the right ribs. Inhale, lifting the gaze. Walk the hands back through center. And then all the way over to the right. Returning forehead down towards the mat, heart towards the mat. Spiral that left shoulder down. Maybe gazing underneath the right armpit this time. Reach out through the left hip and the left side body. Inhale, drawing yourself back through center. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, hands about shoulder distance apart. As you inhale, rolling through table, and then passing through table, allow the hips to crash to the earth. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Draw the shoulders back, lift the gaze. Exhale, press it back, child's pose. Inhale, rounding, rolling forward. Allow the hips to crash at the top. Draw the shoulders back, lift the gaze. And then exhale, pressing back, child's pose. A few more just like that. As you draw forward, try to press the hip points towards the top of your mat. Lift the base of the rib cage. And exhale, settle in and relax. Two more. In. And out. Last one, in. And out, back to child's pose. Inhale, shift it forward. Lower all the way down onto your belly. We're going to bring the hands in by our side and then cactus that left arm. Palm facing the earth, fingers spread wide. Slowly begin to tent the right fingertips and peel that right side of the body open. Maybe kickstanding the right leg. Try to bring the left cheek down to the earth. Maybe you grab the block and allow the cheek to settle to that instead. Starting to open up through the front side of the left shoulder. And then unwind and twist, coming back to center. Left hand tense by the ribs. Let's cactus that right arm. You're going to have to move. And then start to peel the left hip open. Maybe tapping the toes. And again, settling that right ear down to the earth. Gazing towards the left side of your mat. Slowly unwind and twist, making your way back to center. Tenting both hands wide on the mat. As you inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the head away from the mat, coming into a wide cobra. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, draw the right shoulder back. Inhale, center. And exhale, right shoulder dips, twist to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale all the way down. Hands come by the ribs. We'll press up through the hands, coming to tabletop pose. Walk those knees in a bit if you need to. And stack shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Finding our cats and cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round it up. Back and forth with your own breath pace. Find the movements here that help you open up. one more round just like that. Then coming back to nice neutral hands and knees, tuck the toes under, and we'll lift the knees to hover. Weights in the base knuckles and fingertips. Spread the middle of the back towards the sky. Gaze down but forward on the mat. Keep that spine nice and long. And then slowly begin to extend the legs as you find your downward facing dog. Maybe you keep a slight bend in both knees for now, working to press the base of the ribcage towards the thighs. And then finding movement, maybe bending into one leg and then the other. And just as in our cats and cows, taking any movements that best serve you here. Feel it out. See what your body's telling you today. And as you're ready, finding stillness and center, pressing the hands down and forward, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, and sending the hamstrings towards the back of the rib. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. As you exhale, allow both heels to settle over towards the left side of your mat. Maybe you soften into that left knee. Keep the right leg as straight as can be as you press the energy up and back. Inhale, center, rise up on the toes. Exhale, heels to the right. This time maybe you soften the right knee. Keep that left leg as straight as can be. And lift the sits bones up and back. Inhale, center. Exhale, heels towards the earth. Gaze forward. Let's begin to walk all the way up to standing at the top of the mat. Coming to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that length. Crown of the head forward, tailbone reaches back. Draw the belly in. And exhale, let it go. Earth to sky, rise up, reach up. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, circle sweep. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's plant that left hand underneath the face. Start to bend the left knee as you peel that right arm towards the sky. If you can, take the gaze up towards that right thumb. Right leg as straight as it can be. Try to even out the weight in the foot. So if you notice yourself rocking back into the heel, send some of the weight forward. And then slowly crumple to the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. And then bend that right knee. Right fingertips plant underneath the face. Peel that left arm open. And again, if the hips are pressing back, even out the weight. Shift some of the weight into the left toes. Nice and long through the side body here. So nice straight line of energy through the left ribs, all the way through the crown of the head. Exhale, hands down to the mat. And exhale, fold. Earth to sky, rise up, reach up. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the low back. Push the hips forward as you lift the heart. Inhale, circle sweep. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back. High plank pose. So pausing here, let's set it up nice and strong. Wrap those triceps back. Press the back of the heart towards the sky. And don't forget about the inner thighs and the quadriceps. Pull up on the kneecaps. And then we'll slowly begin to rock back and forth, up on the toes. and then back to the ball of the foot. Slowly, as we prepare for our first chaturanga, just getting that shoulder motion working here. Lighting that fire in the core. And next time you shift forward, lower halfway down, flip the feet, rise up, take your back bend, and we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. As you inhale, right leg reaches up and back. We'll bend the knees, stack the hips, open up. So check in, heel towards the glute, right knee reaching skyward, left leg as straight as it can be, and then begin making circles with the knee and hip in one direction. And reverse. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, curl knee into chest. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, curl it in. Press yourself away from the mat and find the space to step it through. Runner's lunge. So let's settle in here, settling that left hip down and forward. Lift the collarbones. Lengthen through the spine. Press the left heel back. This is our inhale. As you exhale, extend the front leg, draw the toes up towards the face. Feel the stretch into the right calf, but also in the hamstring. And then shift forward, finding runner's lunge. Exhale, extend the front leg, draw the toes up towards the face, fold. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Step that left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Earth to sky, rise up, reach up. And exhale, right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands down. Step that left foot back. Find your runner's lunge. From here, we're going to step that right hand inside the foot and then pivot the right toes out at a 45-degree angle. So toes pointing towards the corner of your mat. Draw that right hip back. Plant the left hand down and then sweep that right arm up. So as you're here, the whole right foot is on the mat, knee tracking with the second toe. Inhale, sweep that right arm up by the ear. As you exhale, cactus the arm, pull it back, spiral the heart towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen the arm overhead. Exhale, cactus, find a twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. One more reach. And cactus. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Slowly, lower back knee down, untuck the toes. And from here, let's start to walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Coming into a humble lizard. Drawing left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe you come down to the forearms. And then slowly begin to walk the hands back in. Pressing up to the hands, tuck the back toes under. And we'll take ourselves to face the left side of the mat. Nice wide stance here. Pivot the toes out, heels in. And we'll bring the hands up onto the thighs. So let's start by rocking side to side. Working to open up those inner thighs. And again, making sure knees are tracking with the second toe. Finding stillness and center, make yourself a little taller here. Hands still on the tops of the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, gaze over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, dipping right shoulder, gaze to the left. Back and forth, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, and exhale. In, and out. In, and out. One more each side. In, out. Ending, twisting, dipping that right shoulder, gazing left. Center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Let's parallel that left foot with the back edge of the mat. Pivot the right toes forward, and then rise up, warrior two. Getting it nice and early today, sinking into that front knee bend. Lift up on the front toes, give them a little wiggle. Tuck those hips underneath the body, working to stack shoulders over the hips. See if you can settle into that front knee bend a little bit more. Flip the front palm, reverse, lean back. Find a nice side body stretch here through the right side. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Pivot up on the back toes. Step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, find your chair. Settle the hips back and down. And we'll grab opposite elbows, picture frame the face. See if you can press the back of the head into the arms to lift the heart. Inhale, root to rise. Side bend over towards the left. Press down through the right foot. Press out through the right hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Press out through the left hip. Keep the heart nice and open. Inhale, center. Exhale, settle back down to chair. Slowly release the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it or hop it back, and go through your flow. Back and downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open up. Left heel towards the glute. Left knee skyward. Lengthening the right leg. Begin making circles with the left knee and hip in one direction. And then reverse. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, knee to chest, shifted forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Press into the hands even more to find the space to step it through. Runner's lunge. So find that length here through the spine, reaching that right heel towards the back of the mat. Sink the right hip down, forward. This is our inhale. As you exhale, extend the front leg, draw the toes up towards the face, fold. So instead of thinking about sending the hips back, you're really lifting them up. Hugging the right thigh forward, left thigh back. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, finding that modified pyramid, toes come up towards the face. Inhale, and exhale. In, and out. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, let it go. Earth to sky. Rise up, reach up. And exhale, right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step that right foot back. Pivot those left toes out at an angle. Left heel in. Draw the left hip back in space. Right hand plants. And we'll sweep that left arm up towards the sky. Inhale, left arm by the ear. Wrap the tricep under. And exhale, cactus the arm. Broaden the collarbones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, lengthen. As you draw the upper body back, you should notice some opening in that left hip as well. Inhale. Exhale. One more in. And out. This time, cartwheel that left hand down to the mat. Lower down onto the back knee. And then walk the hands forward or come down to the forearms, just trying to create length through the spine. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Keep drawing left hip back in space. Then walking hands back in towards the body. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Walk yourself to face the right side of the mat. Let's heel toe the feet a little bit closer together, taking a shorter stance here in our fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Cross your right arm over the left. Give yourself a nice big bear hug. Try to keep the tailbone reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward. Weight even through the feet. Lift the sits bones up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Stay here, or take that right hand to grab the left shin. Left hand grabs the right. Pull the leg bones towards one another. And then slowly start to open yourself up towards the back of the mat. Pull yourself towards the left leg. Nice side body stretch through the right side. Slowly unwind and twist, coming back to center. Releasing the hands down to the earth. End up hanging in a ragdoll. Maybe rocking the weight in the feet forward and back. Inhale, halfway lift. And we'll go to the other side. Left arm crosses on top of the right. Give yourself a big bear hug. Lift the belly up and in. Lift the sits bones skyward. Exhale, hinge and fold. And from here, you can stay here hanging, allowing gravity to take hold. Or reach the left hand to the right shin. And then right hand to the left shin. Giving yourself a nice little squeeze here, hugging everything towards the midline. And then draw yourself over towards the right leg. Open up towards the front side of your mat. Slowly coming back to center. Unwind the arms, hanging here for a moment. Maybe a sway of the hips from side to side. Hands come underneath the face. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's point those left toes forward. And we'll open up warrior two towards the top of the mat. Broaden the collarbones to the right side. Keep those hips underneath the shoulders. Try to lift up a little bit on the inner arch of that left foot. See if you can settle in a little bit more here. And we'll flip that front palm, reverse, lean back. Breathing into the left ribs. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Find chair pose. See if you can settle the hips back and down just a little bit more. Bring the arms parallel, palms face down. Draw the shoulders together on the back. As you reach the weight of the upper body forward, we're going to send the hips back and down, slowly lowering all the way to our mat, finding boat pose. Lift the soles of the feet forward. Lift the heart towards the thighs. Inhale, low boat, lengthen out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch. Forcefully draw the knees in. Maybe you speed it up a little bit. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause here. Slowly release the feet down. And then maybe you see if you can allow your core to help lift you up, or just plant the hands, arriving in yogi squat. Toes out, heels in, hands come to heart center. Lift the crown of the head up as you send the tailbone down. Slowly reach the hands down wide towards the top of your mat. As you inhale, we're going to imagine we're picking a beach ball up over that left leg. Extend both legs. Take a back bend at the top. And then lower the beach ball over the right. Inhale up over the left. And lower over the right. Inhale up over the left. And lower over the right. Reverse. Lift that beach ball up over the right. Press the hips forward at the top. And exhale, lower it down. 2 more over the right leg. And down. Last one. And down. Meeting in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands down, step it back. Going through your flow. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale, up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee in. Again, create space to step it through as quietly as possible. Spin that back foot down at an angle, toe out, heel in. Extend the front leg. Find a halfway lift in your pyramid pose. Scoot that right hip back into space, trying to lengthen through the right side of the body. Keep drawing up on that back kneecap. And as you exhale, begin to hinge and fold. Drawing the chin closer towards the shin. Maybe you walk the hands towards the back of the mat. If you'd like to play around here, maybe you come up onto the toes of that back foot, press down into the fingertips, and then lift the left heel in towards the glute. Slowly release, finding that pyramid pose. Everyone walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant that left hand down to the mat or to a block. Sweep that right arm up as you draw the right hip back in space. Revolve triangle. Opening the collarbones up towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, lift through the right fingertips just a little bit more. And exhale, cartwheel that right hand down to the top of your mat. Let's bend that front knee. Coming into warrior one, legs still in our halfway lift. Hover the rib cage over the thigh. Sweep the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and pull the hands away from you. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, start to round down towards the earth inside that right thigh, finding your humble warrior. When you get to your edge, hug that right hip and knee back in, and then hollow out the core. See if you can draw the belly button up towards the sky so you can reach the crown of the head closer towards the earth. Keep pulling the belly button up. Reach the crown of the head a little lower. And then slowly bring hands to the low back. Hands come down inside that right foot. We'll spin that back foot down all the way and start to open up into triangle. Extend that right leg, reach the left arm skyward. Send the hips back in space. Try to keep length through both sides of the body. Maybe even a slight compression through the left side. Keep those hips nice and tucked. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel that left hand down to the mat. Roll up onto the back toes, lower down to the back knee. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. From here, you might want to grab onto your strap. We're going to come into our Gomukhasana arms. So cow face arms. Bend that left elbow. you can use the right hand to support the elbow, pushing the arms towards the back of your mat. Or if you'd like to take the bind, wrapping that right arm down around the low back, and then reaching both hands towards the middle of the back. As you inhale, lift the base of the rib cage, and as you exhale, settle into the hips. Lifting the upper body towards the sky as you send the hips down and forward. Inhale and exhale one more time. In and out. Slowly release the arms. Inhale, sweep them skyward. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat. Let's begin to slide that left foot up and in and send it up and back for standing splits. Work to draw the crown of the head towards the earth. Hands can stay on the mat for support, or maybe you take that right hand around the right ankle. Lift those left toes actively skyward. If you bound, come undone. Inhale, halfway lift, find a supported warrior three. And then exhale, step that left foot down to meet the right. Bend the knees, sink the hips, find your chair. This is our inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, back to chair, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist left. As you root to rise, use the glutes to press the hips forward. Exhale, settle. Inhale. Exhale, left. Few more each side, back and forth with your own breath. Make the glutes nice and active here. Twist through the core. One more. In. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back, high plank, forward and down. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, shift it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, spread the shoulders a little higher, step through. Back foot spins down at an angle, toes out, heel in, and we'll start to extend that front leg as you draw the hip back. Working to create space between the left shoulder and the left hip. Nice long spine to start. If you'd like to, go ahead and take that fold, rounding down towards the earth. Hands can stay, framing that front foot. Maybe you begin to walk them towards the back of the mat, rounding into the upper back. And again, option here, if you're choosing to walk the hands back, round into the upper back, press into the fingertips so you can lift up onto the toes of the back foot, and then maybe even draw that right heel in towards the glute. Slowly come back down, find your pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift, walk those hands underneath the shoulders. And then right hand down, left arm sweeps up. Find that revolved triangle. Lift the right ribs towards the top of your mat. Try to lengthen out a little bit more through that right side body. Open the heart, work to twist the belly button towards the left side of your mat. One more breath. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, inside that left foot. Bend the front knee, finding those warrior one legs in our halfway lift. Nice and light here in the fingertips, so you can leave your torso hovering and sweep the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, pull them towards the back of your mat. As you exhale, start to fold, finding that humble warrior. Left knee and hip draw in. And then if you'd like to deepen, scoop the belly button up towards the sky and send the crown of the head closer towards the earth. Keep hollowing out through the core. Slowly release hands to the low back. And then all the way down to the mat inside the left foot. Spin that right foot down all the way, and we'll set up for triangle. Sweep that right arm skyward as you extend the left leg. We'll scoot the hips back in space. Finding length through the sides of the body. Draw the ribs back over the left thigh. See if you can find just a little bit more lift through the right side body. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, roll up on the back toes, come down to the right knee, rise up, reach up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Possibly grabbing for that strap again, you know where we're going. Bending into the right elbow, either supporting with the left arm and pushing the head back into the arm so you can lift the heart, or sweep that left hand down around the low back, palm face out, grabbing the fingertips at the middle of the back. Inhale, lift yourself skyward, and as you exhale, settle into the hips. Keep lifting the heart up and forward. Press the top of the back foot down into the mat. Slowly unwind and twist. Sweep the arms skyward. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Tend the fingertips, and we'll drag those right toes up and back, finding our standing splits. Staying here, just folding. Maybe you take that half bind. Wherever you're at, right leg's still active. Actively reaching it towards the sky will help us open up through that left hamstring. Gaze towards the back of the mat. Slowly unwind and twist, halfway lift. And then exhale, step right foot down to meet the left. Bend the knees, sink the hips, finding chair. Then settling in, and we'll find our twists here. Hands come to heart center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, rise up to center. Really use those glutes to help you rise up and lengthen. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale as you rise up, firm the inner thighs together. Exhale, twist left. Back and forth, side to side. Just finding a little cardio here. As you twist, try to draw the elbows towards the back of your mat. One more each side. Left, center, right, center, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, and go through your flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into high plank. Pause here. We're going to find some running planks. So as you exhale, lift the right toes up, tap a right knee to right tricep, step it back, left knee, left tricep, back, right, back, left, back, back and forth, side to side. Maybe you add on as you draw the knee in, you press the shoulders up, step it back. Focus on that core strength. One more time each side. Step it back, and then hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Settling in here, and then right leg reaches up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, find the space to step it through. Rise up, crescent lunge. So settling in here, right hip drawing back, left hip forward. If you notice yourself rocking forward, maybe you place a slight bend in that back knee to draw shoulders over the hips. Deep breath in, lengthen through the upper body. Exhale, hands to hips. So from here, we're gonna find some balance work. From our lunge, we'll draw that left knee into the chest and then kick it forward, draw it back, step it back to lunge. That's one. Knee in, kick it forward, draw it back in, step it back. Two. We'll go for five. That's three. Four. Last one. Knee in, extend it out, draw it back in, send it back, rise up, crescent lunge. Draw that right hip back even more. Lift out of the base of the rib cage. And then we'll start to twist open towards the right, hug the inner thighs together. Right arm falls behind, left arm reaches forward. Standing twist, sink into the front knee bend. Gazing forward or gazing back, your choice. Inhale, sweep that right arm by your side, reach it forward, open out, warrior two. Back foot spins down all the way. Settle into the front knee bend, draw the shoulders together. Take that left hand behind the low back, palm facing out. Inhale, reach that right arm skyward, reverse. Inhale, rising back up, right arm reaching forward for now, and then take that right hand to the low back as well. We're going to start to lean forward and hook that right elbow inside the right thigh, and then draw the heart back over the right thigh. Finding a nice deep shoulder stretch here. Keep the sides of the body nice and long. Keep spiraling right ribs over the right thigh. Slowly rising back up, reach right arm skyward, reverse. And exhale, hands down to the mat, stepping back to plank. Go through your flow. Meeting back and downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, shift it forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, we'll find the space to quietly step it through. And rise up, crescent lunge. Right hip forward, left hip back. Again, play around with that back knee. I know we always say lift it skyward, but if it's causing you to have an upper body like this, just bend it. Settle into the front knee bend. Slowly bringing those hands down to the hips, and we'll find that same balance challenge on this side. So, right knee into the chest, extend the right leg forward, draw it back, stork, send it back, lunge. Exhale, knee to chest, inhale, extend it forward, exhale, draw it back, and then step it back to lunge. That's two, we'll do three more. Knee in, extend it forward, draw it back, step it back. When you step it back to lunge, let's draw those shoulders over the hips, and then exhale, knee to chest, extend, back, lunge, shoulders over the hips. One more, knee to chest, extend the leg forward, draw it back, step it back, lunge, draw the shoulders back, and then lift the arms up. Hug those inner thighs together. Your right hip's going to start turning to the right as you pull your left hip back even more. Left hand falls behind you, right arm reaches forward, Finding that standing twist. Settle into the front knee bend. Inhale, left arm by your side, reach it forward. Open up warrior two to the right side of your mat. Settle into the front knee. Open that right thigh. Right hand to the low back, palm facing out. Reverse. Stretch through that left side body. Keep the deep bend in the front knee. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, left hand to the low back, palm facing out. And then we'll hook the left elbow inside the left thigh. If you notice yourself leaning forward, draw yourself back. So actively pressing out through the right foot. Still deep bend in the front knee. Draw your left ribs back even more. Slowly begin to rise up, reach that left arm up, reverse, and exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back to plank, and go through your flow. All right, we're gonna go through the same flow one more time, but this time adding on our peak pose. Right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, step it forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the hips. Slowly draw that left knee into the chest. Extend it forward. Draw it back in. Step it back to lunge. Draw the shoulders back over the hips. Exhale, knee to chest. Extend the leg forward. Knee back in. Step it back. Draw shoulders over the hips. Knee to chest. Extend it forward. Draw it back. Stepping back, lunge. Two more. Knee in. Extend. Rebend. Step it back. And then last one. Knee in. Reach forward. Draw it back. Send it back. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, standing twist. Right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, settle. Right arm sweeps towards the top of your mat. Open out, warrior two. Flip that front palm, reverse. Find space through the right side. And this time as we exhale, finding side angle. You might want to grab onto your strap. Let's go for that bind. So maybe you stay here in a half bind. Maybe you go for that full bind. If you want to come into bird of paradise, you're going to want to either get your full bind or grab the strap to make that happen. Start by drawing the shoulder, the right shoulder back, spiraling the right rib cage over the right thigh. Then begin to heel toe that back foot towards the top of your mat. Then maybe hop and parallel the feet, toes pointing towards the top of your mat. Begin to slowly sink the hips, come up onto the toes of the right foot. So maybe you stay here, or maybe you start to lift that right leg up. So the key here to avoiding this slump forward is to really activate the shoulders, draw them back, open up that right inner thigh, press down through the ball of the left foot, and then maybe you work to extend the leg. Slowly rebend, bring that right foot back down, and then gently soften the knees, unwind and twist, and let's hang here in a ragdoll. Knees nice and soft. Maybe you sway from one side to the other. Softening at center, release hands down to the earth, halfway lift. And exhale, hands down, feet go back. Shift forward, lower down, and go through your flow. All right, left side, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Quietly step through. Rise up, crescent lunge. Nice tall stance here. Exhale, hands to hips. Slowly, drawing that right knee in. Send the right leg forward. Draw it back. And step it back, lunge. Shoulders come over the hips. Stretch out that right hip flexor. Draw the knee in. Extend it forward. Draw it back. Step it back, lunge. You know what to do next. 3 more. Knee in, leg out. Knee in, leg back. Shoulders over hips. Knee in, extend it forward. Draw it in. Send it back. Last one. Knee in, nice and strong, leg forward. Draw it back. Step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand back, right arm forward. Find that twist. Slowly sweep, left hand by your side. Open out warrior 2 to the right side of the mat. Flip that from palm, reverse. Create that space on the left side of the body. We're gonna need it. Exhale, side angle. Again, maybe you stay here, half bind. Maybe you stay in that full bind. All of these are stops along the way. Let's pause here in the bind for just a moment. Work to lengthen the left shoulder forward. Tuck the hips underneath the body. Gaze down towards the left big toe, and then begin to heel toe that right foot up and in. Maybe eventually you pop it up so it's parallel with the left, all 10 toes facing forward. Soften the knees, come up onto the toes of the left foot. And then if you want to rise up, begin to draw that left leg up with you as you curl up to standing. Again, to avoid this slump forward, use that left shoulder. Draw the hip open. I did not think this through. I'm going to kick my door. If you want to, go ahead and extend that left leg. Maybe not. Keep drawing the shoulders back. Heart open. Slowly release, curling back down to the mat. Pause here, and then gently unwind that twist. Again, maybe you take the feet a little wider this time and make some figure eights with the hips. Just whatever movement comes organically here. I can tell you what to do, but I want you to listen to your body. See what feels good for it. Slowly coming back to center, walk the feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Earth to sky, rise up, reach up. Let's take a back bend at the top. Press the hips forward. And exhale, swan there, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Go through a flow. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. That right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, right knee to right wrist, setting up for pigeon pose. Inch that left leg back, knee and top of the foot still pointing down, and choose to stay upright. Grab whatever props you need, or slowly make your way long on the mat. So if that pose is something that you want to work towards, or something that you'd like to experiment more with, I can't stress enough how important the shoulder opening is. A lot of people think, oh, I need to open my hips in order to get into inverted paradise. While that's true, the shoulders are just as important. Settling in here. If you'd like to take a twist, feel free. You'd walk the hands about halfway back, thread that left arm through, reaching for the right side of the mat. Left cheek comes down. And if you'd like to find another bind here, you could always sweep that right arm up towards the sky, and then around the low back, and see if you can find that right foot. If you've bound, come undone. And then everyone start to walk the hands in towards the body. I want to roll over onto that right hip, and sweep that left leg forward. Drawing the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. Grab onto the fronts of the ankles, sit up nice and tall, shoulders back, heart forward. And then slowly begin to round forward, hinging forward as far as you can, and then go ahead and round it out. If this is a pose where it's very easy for you to get the crown of the head towards the toes, maybe you try today putting the feet up onto a block and seeing how that feels. It won't be harder for you to get the forehead to the toes, but it'll feel a little different. You should feel this a little bit more into the outer hips. Slowly beginning to round up. And we'll sweep that left foot back. And then the right coming to plank, shift forward, lower down, and go through your flow. We'll move to the left side. Left leg reaches up and back on the inhale. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Setting up for pigeon on this side. Inch that right leg back. Make sure the hips are square towards the top of your mat, and then find your variation. No need to wait for me to give you permission to stay upright, to fold. If you want to take that twist, the right arm threads through, and if you want to take the bind, the left hand sweeps around the low back, possibly grabbing for the left toes. If you've bound, begin to come undone. And we'll all walk the hands in towards the body. Rolling onto the left hip this time. Let's come to a cross-legged seat by drawing that right leg forward. Try to cross more at the middle of the calf instead of at the ankles if you can. Rock the hips side to side, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes outside the right knee. Right hand comes behind you to act as the second spine. With each exhale, see if you can draw the belly button in while keeping that nice tall seat. Inhale, rising up and back to center. And exhale, twisting to the left. Draw that left shoulder back. Draw the belly in. Slowly unwind and twist. Let's extend those legs forward. And then we're going to work on, since Bird of Paradise was our peak pose, we'll work on another very similar pose that is maybe a little bit more accessible because it is a floor-based posture. So draw that right knee in, and then bring it up into the chest and cradle in the hands. If you already feel pretty open here, you can begin to transition the foot to the elbow crease. Now there are lots of different variations. We'll go through one at a time, so you can choose which one's right for you. Once you feel that hip nice and open, then let's go ahead and sling that right leg up onto the shoulder, just like a back pat. Clamp the calf down, plant the right hand down for support, and then left hand down. So you should be able to stay here with the leg because the leg's kind of compressing the upper arm. From here, we're going to press down into the hands, hollow out the core, and lift the hips. So that's option one, stay here. Option two would be to lift the hips and lift the left heel. Option three would be to add both of those two things together, hips, heel, cross the ankles, and then sweep the legs out towards the right side of your mat, coming into an arm balance. And then whenever you're done, go ahead and come back. All right, so that one is 8 angle pose. For those of you who want to look that one up later. Any stop along the way is fine. Just thought it would be nice to go there since we already worked on openness in the hips and shoulders. Now let's move to the left side. Draw the left knee in, and then begin to cradle. Maybe bringing the foot to the elbow crease. You're gonna need to move, baby. And as you're ready, let's throw that left leg up on the shoulder. Throw is a strong word, I probably shouldn't have said throw. And then plant that left hand down for support. Clamp down on the upper arm with the left leg. Right hand comes by your side. Again, rise up from the seat and come down. Or lift the seat, lift the heel, and then come back down as you're done. Or you can come into that 8-limb pose, same thing as the other side. I don't know how this is going to work for me on this side. 8. You would hook the ankles and then lean forward, sending the feet out towards the left side of your mat, chaturanga arms. And then slowly make it back. All right, let's give ourselves a little wiggle, wiggling legs, wiggling shoulders, finding the top of your mat, and then slowly rolling all the way down onto your spine. When you get down, let's walk the heels in towards the glutes. And we'll set up for a bridge pose. So maybe you grab onto that block and come into a supported bridge today. It might be nice to just relax here and allow the natural openness of the front body. So pressing down into the heels, lift the hips. If you'd like to take a supported bridge, bringing your block underneath the sacrum, maybe to the middle setting, and then allow the arms to come down by your sides. Walk those shoulders underneath the back. And of course, if you'd like a more active bridge, you can opt for no block and just focus on lifting the hips towards the sky. Wherever you're at, slowly begin to lower down the length of your spine. And then we'll send the legs skyward, coming into legs up the wall. Same thing here. This is obviously a gentler variation of any inversion that you might take. If you would like to, please feel free to take plow or shoulder stand. And also, if you wanted to incorporate that block, you could bring it up to the lowest or the medium setting, and again, place it underneath the sacrum and lift the legs skyward. Allow all the blood to flow back to the trunk. Allow your breath to slow back down. We'll take 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then begin to draw the knees into the chest, releasing one leg at a time, moving any props out of the way. And then begin to extend the legs forward. Allow the arms to come down by your sides. As you take a deep breath in and a grounding breath out, and settle into your Shavasana. Guess that means it's time for us to reawaken the body. Starting with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe shaking the head side to side. And reaching the arms up overhead for a nice long body stretch. And hugging knees into the chest. And rolling over to your favorite side. And as you're ready, pushing yourself up to seated on the mat. Sitting up tall, hands by your sides. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, press it out and away. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. And exhale, let it go. One more deep breath in from earth to sky, breathing in the energy and vitality we've created, and drawing it home to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking this energy out into the world and sharing it with everyone you meet, honoring the light inside and teacher in us all. From my heart to yours, namaste. Sorry. Well, thank you guys for joining me this morning. And I know that those were some new poses for probably at least a few people. So if you have any questions about those poses, please feel free to reach out and ask me. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.